in today's stream. So, guys, welcome back to another episode of Box Mining. It's on the 26th of November today, right now, fresh and early in the morning. We're talking a little bit about what's happening on the Bitcoin market. So, even though we've been moving up quite a bit in the past 7 days, in the past 24 hours, yeah, it's not that great. It's not that great. So I'm sure a few of you guys are concerned here, and we'll talk a little bit about this retrace that we're seeing, this kind of pull down, and this is completely normal, and it's actually quite healthy in the crypto stages. But we'll talk about some of the concerns, and guys, tell me if you're concerned about this market right now. So we saw Ethereum, we're seeing Ethereum dip to $554. So this is actually down from 600, from 620. So I'm sure a few of you are concerned, but actually, I'm actually very, very bullish off on this market right now. This is actually good. Great time for new people to enter this market. And we don't know how long it's gonna last. I mean, we've seen this in the last few bull runs. It does like could potentially drop. And we've seen some potential huge dips as well along the way. So, anyways, we'll talk about everything that's happening right at this current point and kind of the current climate that's going on as well. So, guys, leave a comment to tell me how you're feeling. Tell me where you guys are also from as well. I'm going to do this more often because it feels like a lot more people are getting back into crypto. I think this is the overall sentiment that's happening right now. I've been talking to a lot of the OTC and the institutional trading desk. I'm talking to Genesis block over there. We also talked to the guys at FTX, and they're all talking about increased volume because of the reactivation of older accounts. But at the same time, more recently in the past few days, there's been more new interest too. So this is kind of the update that we're seeing. It's not just the old accounts reactivating, but a surge in the number of new registrations as well in the past day or so. So this new increase in interest, I just want to gather and see where you guys are all from and what's all happening on this. So leave a comment down below. And before we start, guys, I do want to tell you guys I've been working super hard on videos and on content. So we just recently got the Bitcoin out of the box podcast. We just updated it with the new interview with Sam Bankman-Fried, and yeah, that's the one that you guys want to at least see what's going on. I think that's the key, right? It was a really deep discussion, and it was amazing. So this was the one with the fixed audio, and yeah, hopefully you guys are good. Feeling toppy. Um, Chad Limestall says, I agree. It's exciting to tell my stepdad he can DCA because of these dips. Interesting part. So, Cryptogram says, you muted the part where you plug my project. I've actually been taking quite a deep dive into Stabilize and a lot of the farm projects as well. So, really, really want to take a deep dive. And boy, I've been trying to create content every single day for these past few days. So, I hope you guys are tuned. Hope you guys are subscribed because lots of good stuff coming right up. And on that note as well, guys, if you guys are interested in the Ledger, I mean, this week is Black Friday week. So the Ledger Nano X there, it's on the Black Friday sale right now. Basically, it's 40% off. Of course, obviously, use the link down below. It does help support this channel. We have so many people buying this. It's insane. So I think it's kind of funny because this is actually brought up by it was actually Thomas. He was a video creator, and he was saying that for the next bull run, he was looking for the number of ledger sales, and I thought that was actually a pretty indirect metric, but that's actually a pretty good metric too, because new people coming in, they need a hardware wallet, because at the end of the day, exchanges are not a safe place to keep your crypto. You know that. I know that. Everyone knows that. So getting a ledger, either the Nano S, let me see on my table here, and where's my X? There you go, on my table also here. Either the S or the X, they're great options. And if you're actually looking for it, I looked at the sales. If you guys are indecisive, the X is the way to go. I think right now, 95% of people that I see on the back end, they're buying the Ledger Nano X. The reason why is for the bigger screen. That's why they're getting the upgrade. You can see the entire freaking transaction on one page, so it's much better, and you have much more support for different altcoins too. So you have more altcoins you can install because of the memory upgrade on the X. And if people are worried, this one has the Bluetooth. So if few people are worried about the Bluetooth, you can actually absolutely disable it. I've actually disabled it because I don't use the mobile app for the X, unfortunately. Um, it's just I just disabled it and I use it, cable wise straight into the device. So yeah, so check that out. I'll leave a link down below for the ledger. Check it out if you guys want to. It's 40% off right now, which is pretty huge, let's be honest. So yeah, check that out when you guys are ready. King Crow versus Ledger is useless. Not really, absolutely not. I think a lot of people get confused. I think a lot of people feel like, oh yeah, it's just like a USB key. Like, USB key can keep your crypto, right? No, absolutely not. You want a separate device because the key never leaves the device. This is why like these devices are key. Like whether it's Ledger, Trezor, whatever, hardware wallets are essential. It's like it's why my desk is filled with them. It's there's a good reason. It's because I don't want to get hacked. I don't want to lose my crypto. Like that's stupid. All right. Let's go straight to today's video. Actually, let me go for the intro. All right, let's take a look at the market. So this time, this video is timed so we can move the markets up a little bit. Just joking. But yes, the markets have been pulling back in the past 24 hours. So Ethereum, I think, is probably gonna raise a few eyebrows because in the past few days we saw ETH push all the way up to 620, and now we have this retrace going back down. And this is where it's a situation where TA works and kind of doesn't work, right? We all want to know where it's going to go. And to kind of explain the current market in this current situation, I want to say two things, right? So something like this is absolutely normal. We've been having number go up for the past 2 weeks, right? Every day, number go up, number go up, number go up. There needs to be a time when the market kind of cools down, retraces, and gives entry point for those people looking for crypto to go back down a little bit so they can enter. I think this is kind of very key right now. And a lot of the reason why we're going down is because of profit taking. So there are people who obviously got in very early. I mean, think about it this way, right? I've been talking about Bitcoin for the longest amount of time, right? Even throughout early on this year when it was 4,500. Remember that dip when Bitcoin dropped down to 4,500 and Ethereum was like 80? Yeah, those were the days. But yeah, anyways, so obviously there were accumulation of whales accumulating in there, and that's kind of where profit taking can happen right now, especially because of this insane run up. But that being said, of course, I'm feeling very, very bullish right now because of kind of where we're going. Like, if you look at the global politics and the whole situation right now, we're not going to a great place. And, the recent statistic on the US dollar basically printing 20% of its supply this year alone. Holy crap, like that's kind of insane. Just think about it. Your savings deposits are worth literally around 17% less now. It's kind of crazy, right? So that's nuts. But anyway, so moving on to the markets right now, I feel like right now we're entering this retrace. And one thing to be careful about these markets, and I explicitly made a video about this yesterday because this is such a big issue, and this is regarding leverage trading. This is the worst time to be in leverage trading right now. Like, well, not the worst time. There's people who do it properly, but yesterday we caught this on Bybit. So this video yesterday was all about, one of the potential flash crashes that could happen yesterday. This happened pretty much roughly 30 hours ago where Ethereum prices all of a sudden dipped below 500 on this one particular exchange, one particular trading pair. And such a situation is 100% intentional and it's designed explicitly to kind of wreck people. So I know a lot of people are feeling bullish. They kind of take a long position on Ethereum. And if they're on a leveraged long, so anything more than a 5x, they'll get the position liquidated. They'll be left, that account or sub account will be left with zero. All right. That's the worst part about this kind of leverage trading is that if a flash crash occurs and it just like it's a flash crash. Like if you look at it, the timing mark is like 30 minutes, so it goes down and it goes right back up again. It's like a slap in the face, basically. You can see Ethereum, even if Ethereum goes up, you're left with no position because you got liquidated. And something like this is like I'm still very careful about this at this current stage, and this video really covers this. So just take a look. This type of behavior isn't limited to one particular exchange. It wasn't really talking about one particular exchange either, but you can actually search Ethereum flash crash 2017, and this happened in 2017 as well. Right now, I will say, it's not as aggressive, but back in the day, 3 years ago, this type of flash crash also happened, and it brought Ethereum from 319 to 10 cents. Right? It's a cascading series of stop losses, liquidations, which kind of causes death spiral. And it was only for a few like minutes, really. But the problem was it left a lot of people and a lot of positions liquidated, and just people ended up selling Ethereum for a price that they would never ever want to sell at. So, anyways, just kind of refreshing history. I was kind of talking about these potential flash crashes that can happen now. So that's kind of my word of caution. And this really goes because, a lot of YouTube, and I've seen, a lot of people complain about this, oh, YouTube's a cesspool, etc. Because a lot of people start promoting Bybit or promoting a leverage exchange and teaching people how to leverage, right? To kind of 10x their gains, but they don't understand the risk. I'm absolutely fine. I'm not against leverage exchanges, but I'm just telling you guys, this is something to watch out for in a time like this. And one of the kind of the effects of this is that because there is people who are doing this, we'll see these sudden spikes both up and down, and that's absolutely normal in this space. Unfortunately. So okay, so let's see, trading view, pop that up. So we still see ETH kind of dumping down. It's really maybe gearing up to a Black Friday sale. Maybe that's maybe what it's happening right now. Let me try to load up a chart for you guys here. That's my take on it, guys. Black Friday sale on ETH. Get your ETH at a discount. So you can see we're pulling back right here. So could we expect some support possibly here? So yet again, we saw some resistance here, but it was very minor. So yet again, this is kind of like, it's very hard to chart here because it's very uncharted territory, right? So potentially we could see some support at the previous resistance, and that's a possibility at its current point. But we do have quite a strong bleed out at this current point. I mean, after the past 2 hours, it was kind of crazy devastating. But that being said, of course, I feel like there could be two reasons. That's like especially why it's especially prominent for ETH as well is because the rally that led up to this was because of ETH 2.0. People needed to have ETH to stake in that staking contract. So people were buying up ETH and then staking into it and then locking it up for 2 years, right? And I was kind of saying on this channel, like, I'm not readily diving into that yet. And there's a very good reason for that because you want your funds to be fluid, right? So, anyways, at this current point, yes. So that kind of led the rally, and now we're having this retrace, this pullback because of kind of okay, look, the news is done, buy the rumor, sell the news kind of sort of situation. So that's kind of where we are at this current point. So we got Bernard Macarius says, I'm pleased we had this correction. I was getting very concerned. That's exactly pretty much the way we're all looking at it. So the pullback allows us to kind of have a breather, but at the same time, how far back are we going to pull is now the big question mark. So that's going to be interesting. Um, Sounds like he doesn't know about the Brian Armstrong tweets. Let me check that out. I was not actually looking at Twitter when I started this. I was actually playing around with. So it actually does sound like that. Let me take a look. Brian Armstrong. Let's see what he's tweeting. All right. So it's just all right. So let's just kind of read this. We sent a letter to Treasury last week. A number of crypto companies and investors are articulating these concerns. So if crypto regulation comes out, let me just see the entire thread here. Wow, that's a long thread. So let's go through the thread. The news was posted 4 hours ago. Yeah, seems like it. So yeah. All right, last week we heard rumors of the U.S. Treasury and Secretary Mnuchin were planning to rush out some new regulation regarding self-hosted crypto wallets before the end of his term. I'm concerned that this will have unintended side effects and wanted to share these concerns. For those who don't know, self-hosted crypto wallets, also known as non-custodial wallets or self-custody wallets, are a type of software that lets individuals store and use their own cryptocurrencies instead of needing on rely on a third-party financial institution. Self-hosted crypto wallets are important because they allow anyone to use the technology, blah, 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 blah. So it's really us talking about self-hosted wallets. Let's skip to the juicy parts. If this regulation comes out, it would be a terrible legacy to have a long-standing and have long-standing negative impacts for the U.S. In the early days of the internet, there were people who called for it to be regulated like the phone companies. Thank goodness they didn't. We sent a letter to the U.S. Treasury last week, along with the number of crypto companies and investors articulating these concerns and others. Okay, I mean, I guess my biggest response is so. I guess like it kind of freaks out any sort of more institutional investors or more um, investors who are not attuned to this kind of almost like a battle, right? A lot of what crypto stands for is that we manage ourselves, right? And we've been through, and I've been through various bits of FUD in China, right? So this is almost like the US FUD hitting the market, right? Where, oh my God, oh my God, there might be some regulation on self-custody wallets. Good luck. Like really good luck. I think this really concerns Coinbase because they're an entry point. They hold billions of dollars of investors' money, and also they're a big entry point for people to buy cryptocurrencies. So then, they have a separate wallet service, and how is that crypto stored? But at the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, we kind of saw China kind of ban Bitcoin back in 2017. It's almost like a joke now, but it's real. It's real. It took a huge hit on the biggest two exchanges in China, Huobi and OKX. And the way I'm going with the story is that crypto is super hot in China right now. People are still owning Bitcoin. People are buying up USDT like there's no tomorrow. It didn't really play that big of a factor. So yet again, all this kind of news, all this scare, all this regulation stuff, like, does it really affect the market that much? Really, is that the real reason? I would say no, to be honest. So, you know, and we're watching ETH dip right now. So let's see. I would say, it could. I mean, the news happened 4 hours ago. So that tweet was something that popped roughly around here. So death spiral down caused by the tweet for 4 hour delay, I think unlikely. But yeah, we're seeing a major dump right now. So yet again, it was a situation where there was practically no support. So even though this could have been a support point for ETH going down, this was not. We're actually having a big death spiral right now. Interesting. So big dump, big dump, big dump. Um, I wouldn't say like it looks bad on one side on this Brian Armstrong stuff. I wouldn't say it's 100% the reason why we're completely tanking right now. I feel like this kind of retrace is necessary, but yeah, it's kind of brutal. It's kind of brutal. It's kind of brutal. We're seeing this shut dump all the way down to 500 right now, and potentially take a look. Take a look at BTC as well. Let me just load that chart up. So, I guess a lot of concerned people up here, huh? If you're load chart, boom. Taking a look, taking a look, taking a look. So we got Bitcoin dumping down to 17 K. Hmm, interesting. I mean, let's see. It's gonna be interesting how it goes. I think that was a very rapid dump too. So interesting, interesting. It's not the biggest dump, all right. So yet again, we're not dumping to 15, we're not dumping to 16, but it definitely does kind of cut the upward momentum, and it allows us to enter that state of retrace. Uh, Nick Miles says, "Don't tell me you didn't expect that one." It is true. It is true. I mean, this type of retrace is necessary going forward, and I think what I didn't expect would be how kind of fast it's going down. I mean, we're literally watching this live, right? Like going from literally like 2 hours ago, we had it at 570 for ETH, and now we're dumping all the way down. So, quick up, quick down. We're just trying to reestablish the market price at this current point. So we'll see if we can defend 516 at this current point. So we'll see how that goes. Let's see. Gas prices are up too. Wow, this is a crazy time for a stream, huh? Let's see, if gas station. Yeah, gas prices are all the way up to 280. People are rapidly exiting positions right now. I think that's the craziest part. So sell, 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 guys. Merry Black Friday. It is, huh? We're really entering that Black Friday state. You get your 25% off on your Bitcoin. My God, it's over. Game over. Bitcoin's dead, guys. Yeah. Absolutely did. Absolutely. Like every single time, right? Cascade effect. So this actually might be a situation where, yet again, I think like, how I was talking about, all the sudden cascading effect and this flash crash. It could be actually something like that too, where you kind of see the crash happening so quickly just because of the number of liquidations appearing. And we actually discussed this as well during the live stream with what's his name, Sam Bankman-Fried, and this is something that he was quite concerned about, where all of a sudden a little a little trigger. It might be the case, if you really want to push for the Brian Armstrong tweet, sure, maybe it caused like a 5% dip, and then it caused a cascading reaction, this kind of chain of liquidations happening at this current point. One thing I'll be interested in is Rect account. Let me see. Let me see how many Rect there are. Uh, Give me a sec. What was it like? Oh, whale ETC Rect. Man, it's like you sometimes phase out and you forget these like Twitters like Whalebot. Let me search how many Rect shorts and longs there are. You guys know what I'm trying to look for at this current point. Yep, Rect. So let's see. So this is BitMEX Rect. Let's see. Liquidated liquidated short. Liquidated long and liquidated shorts happening at the same time, huh? Huh. Liquidated short, liquidated long. Man, people are gambling like crazy right now. That's insane, right? Liquidated long on Bitcoin. ETH. This is 8 mil. It's all right, but it's not like crazy. I think it's just the activity happening in the past few minutes even is just crazy. The amount of people getting liquidated, it's not a small amount. Just look at that. Boom. Wrecked XBTC. Whoever was longing this, holy crap. And you can kind of see that chain reaction happening, can't you? Like from here. This is just on the BitMEX Rec. So yeah, liquidation bots going a little bit crazy. That's what's going on. So, um, so someone's coming here asking Gilherm Machdao saying, why is it dumping? Very likely to be a chain reaction. Essentially, we had the market all taking long positions, leveraged long positions, and it could be a case where like all this sudden reaction, this sudden dip you see, right? It's a cascading effect where liquidations just take the coin down, right? So every time it moves down, people who are on long positions, they get liquidated, and it causes this chain reaction. And it could be a string of bad news that pushes us over. We saw, yes, there is a Brian Armstrong tweet that said, oh, there's maybe last minute regulation on self-custody wallets. I mean, personally, I would say good luck with that. I wouldn't consider that to be like a death blow to Bitcoin. Bitcoin's dead or some sort of freaky maneuver. But it could be something that kind of the first rock that rolls that pushes orders over it causes crypto prices to drop, and then that drop causes a chain liquidation. So anyone who's on, say, a 50x leverage long, they will get liquidated. So the exchange will have to force to sell the long position, which causes more sell pressure, which causes other people to get liquidated, like a 25x leverage long guys, they will get liquidated. And this is why you kind of see this chain reaction happening. So like if you look at what's happening on Rect right now, like people are getting wrecked left, right, and center, these huge liquidated longs happening, which cause additional sell pressure on crypto, which causes the dip. We got Aaron wants this box mining getting very nervous. It's okay. I mean, I don't actually have any like I said, like I made the video yesterday for a reason, right? Like I made this video yesterday warning you guys, don't do this in crypto, don't have leverage longs. Like luckily, if I had leverage longs, I'll be freaking out. I think that would be when I'm like, oh shit, sweating. Like, oh god, when I'm gonna get liquidated. I'll have to stop the stream and be like, yo, let me fix this. Let me fix this. Be right back, guys. But nah, it's I don't actually have any leverage longs. So yes, it kind of sucks though. Like I mean, I'll be honest here. Like it kind of sucks to watch a giant red arrow in your face when you're holding crypto. I do hold a lot of Ethereum and Bitcoin, and yeah, I told you guys, I stacked up. Am I in profit? Absolutely. But am I in less profit? Absolutely too. Like, it would have been nice, especially because I was like planning to do a little shopping day for the rest of today. I was like, it'd probably be nice if, can just sell one or two ETH and have a celebration sort of thing. But, you know, that's the situation. Christopher Robbins has a poop emojis. Did I buy the top again? Did this happen? Right. So I don't think so. I feel like this run is necessary almost, especially considering how the global situation right now is at this current point. We kind of pointed this out very early on in this year, right? And we're kind of seeing the fundamentals playing a big part right now. So if you guys follow the channel, ever since coronavirus and this huge war between U.S. and China, the trade war being escalated and a lot less stability. And then we have this talk, especially in China, if you actually been following what's happening in Asia as well. China's actually very concerned that they'll get kicked out of the SWIFT system. So this is where they are pushing very hard their own currency, DCEP. But at the end of the day, this is where Bitcoin actually shines. So a lot of people, they have this understanding, and I don't disagree with this, that Bitcoin is used as a currency, but it's not used as a currency at its current point, but it's used very much as a store of value, especially in Asia, because there's a lot of uncertainty in this region and because people want two things. One is a store of value, and one is an unstoppable way to transfer value. This is super powerful, guys. This is something that no other currency in the world can do. So, say for example, in the future, if China does get kicked out of the SWIFT system and Chinese people can't send like money around the world, what are they going to use, right? They could use DCEP, but maybe what if DCEP's not being accepted in the outside of Asia? They'll have to use Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin is unstoppable. This is why, in many senses, I think people might be surprised by this, additional regulation, etc. It will come. Governments will try to stop it, but the whole point of Bitcoin is that it's unstoppable. There's no way to really prevent someone from running a wallet, right? How are you going to stop that? That prevent someone from downloading a wallet and either running it on either their ledger. What, you're going to stop all ledger sales? You're going to stop all like mobile wallets? You're going to stop all MetaMasks? Like how? How? Um, I've got Aaron wants it's best get out of Asia box mining. Not yet, not yet, I would say. Um, at this current point, I would say things look worse than they are. I don't like right now in terms of moving out, I can and I have the option to. So I think, yeah, that's my two cents on this. So, anyways, yeah, a lot of people looking at this, a lot of people freaking out. Very clear from the chat that this is quite concerning to a lot of people. But yeah, so we just got a hit right now. All the way dive all the way down to 500. So I hope you guys are not on a very big leverage position. I guess unless you're on a short. Obviously, I think the best comment I saw was from Nick Mile, who said, "Oh, you know, let's be honest. Like did you not expect this?" And we kind of like everyone expects this pullback because at the end of the day, um, you can't rally number go up continuously forever. And the only project I've seen that numbers go up forever. I'm gonna bring this back up again. This is kind of funny, but I'll show you the number goes up one. Uh, this is where the number this is what the one coin where number only went up for a while, right? This is the one where Tuiba, this is a Chinese pump and dump, essentially kind of cater to people who only wants numbers to go up, right? So it went up from like what, literally $3, keep going, keep going, keep going. Yep, 10, 15, yep, keep going. Why not? Shoot to the moon, right? 36, keep going, 70, and then 77, I'm bam, obliterated. And that's kind of the situation where, there was no pullback throughout the whole kind of period, right? Like this is the hard part. So anyways, I feel like having this pullback is absolutely necessary crypto. We actually really heavily need it. So that's it. Arrow one says Tesla only goes up, man. We'll see. I mean, the lucky thing is I was actually holding Tesla since like 3 years ago, so I'm like celebrating here. We got buy, buy, buy. I actually think that now is actually not a bad time. Like if I were to like we're talking about like if I were to stop the stream and do anything, I would actually stop the stream and buy some stuff. So yeah, you know, getting the catching this so catching this so we kind of just saw the action, like what is this, what time are we in? So this is in 5 minutes, so we saw this huge dump happen pretty much within 5 minutes, so it was very clear that was a chain reaction of cascading flash crash. So now we're kind of recovering back on the way up, so congrats on whoever bought the dip, I guess. Okay, we're ETH heading to 800. Buy the dip, guys. Buy the dip. All right, so we got a good question as well. Wilson Nan asking, um, which one better buy right now, XLM or XRP? This is always amusing, right? I don't know why. Like I've had a lot of um ideological arguments for Ripple, right? So a few things, right? Like um Okay, I will ask this question. Okay, so if people were asking about Ripple and all that stuff and XRP or XRM. Wilson, Wilson Nan. So why are you looking at this? Are you looking at this because of fast transactions? Are you looking at this because of pump or whatnot? I'll tell you guys a funny story. So this happened in 2017. This happened. I'll pull the Genesis guys block, guys. So Genesis block is the OTC center. It's a Bitcoin center in Hong Kong. People can buy and sell Bitcoin. So they were there during the 2017 bull run, right? And there were people literally lining up outside of Genesis block with barrels of cash. Like this is no joke, right? Like we actually said don't post photos up at that time because people were literally carrying like lining up, queuing up with like suitcases full, not barrels, right? That's too exaggerating, but like suitcases full of cash. So, at first they came in and bought Bitcoin, right? They heard the hype, they heard the news, and then Bitcoin rallied too strong. So then they were looking for shitcoins. So then, like a few weeks later into the bull run, they're like, Ripple, we want the Ripple, right? Like it seems like the general public likes Ripple, even though like from an ideological standpoint, it's like don't have this argument with me. Don't have the argument with me. Like Ripple is why, right? But it seems like it seems to be the case where retail really likes that. And then 3 weeks later after the Ripple craze, Ripple dumped down like heavily, right? They'll be like Tron, Tron. So I don't know. I don't know. I mean, Ripple got hit really hard, right? So I think like if you were ever to look at it, Bitcoin in terms of since all-time high, it's right now it's is this that right? I think they're taking the wrong ATH, but anyways, it's 10% less than all-time high. I'll leave this as like approximate because I'm sure Bitcoin spiked higher on other exchanges during that time. But yeah, heading towards December last year, we saw Bitcoin kind of push to some new heights, right? So it's minus 10%. That's actually not bad. Ethereum were down 63% from all-time high, so that's actually pretty bad still. Ethereum had a crazy run up because of the need to accumulate ETH for ICOs back at that time. So there's ICO fever. I'm not sure, guys, if you've been in 2017. ICO fever was when projects only accepted an ETH, so everyone needed ETH to get into projects, and then that caused a spike in usage of ETH. So that was kind of the main driving force. And then Ripple is down 82%. I mean, I don't know, like that's kind of crazy. If you look at that sort of insanity. So interesting, right? I'm noticing something interesting here too. There's a huge sell-off for Tether. So is there Tether FUD happening right now? Like, am I not seeing some Tether FUD? Like right now, Tether is yeah, that's quite a lot um below a dollar, to be fair. Huh. Actually, I've got to look into this. Um, wait, is this reporting correctly? Let's see. Okay, no, it's fine. It's just CoinGecko bugging out. I'm like, that doesn't look right, right? Tether at 95 cents. It doesn't look right. Like usually when Tether's at 95 cents, that means something really big is going down with Tether, like something really bad. Like that's too much on a stable coin, right? The whole point of it's supposed to be stable. So yeah, that's probably a an error in how CoinGecko is getting its data feed from. Let me just see why. Oh, okay. I know why. It's because it's using data from Huobi. Yeah, it's using data, and it's getting incorrect data too. Like, it's using data from Huobi. Let me see if it's actually it's correctly getting the data from Huobi as well. Yeah, it's getting the wrong data. It's getting the wrong data. No, it's getting the wrong data. So yeah, so that's not a concern. It's not a concern. I was just like surprised. I was like, what? Tether so low? What's happening? Just because CoinGecko is getting the wrong data. It's okay. Get some cash. Flash crash. Get some cash. My video 56 says, you people who are saying dump it will regret in a decade. I think sooner than that, man. Sooner than that. Like a decade? Really? No. Nah. Now I think Chicago Brewers says like, oh, one of my charts says Tether went down to 98 cents. I don't think there's any current FUD on Tether right now. That's usually a bigger concern. So we're kind of watching everything get pulled back. I kind of regret not jumping and buying that dip just now when we saw it. But anyways, it was a classic situation where we should just ran and just bought a leverage loan, but whatever. Uh, time to buy the dips. So anyways, yeah. So when I'm doing stream, I usually don't trade. Obviously, that doesn't make any sense, right? But all right, cool. So moving on. So let's check out if there's any other news that's happening recently. Let's see what's happening. Let's just check out Reddit, see if people are freaking out there. All right, so number one post on Reddit: PayPal permanently banned my account because cryptocurrency sales were being treated as item sales. This thread is for others who are to be aware and hopefully help us recover this ignorance fueled misunderstanding. Don't trade like okay. All right. I'm reading this and I'm like, The system flagged my account thinking I was selling items worth 10,000 in 1 week. When I haven't done so in 6 years, I've held PayPal account. Um, so I knew the developers didn't account for shit when they released PayPal crypto. So I submitted the stuff for review with my photo ID and wrote PayPal crypto for each crypto transaction because what else could I say? Dude, this is like this. Look, 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 look. I want to help you, but I'm one of those people who's been on PayPal calls to really understand that there's no point calling PayPal tech support. Um, I'm not sure if you guys been using merchant PayPal accounts before, but um, yeah, you can call them for like 10 hours straight. Um, you're not gonna get into anyone that has a brain. Like honestly, like I called like a chain of 5, 6 people. If this is happening, obviously this is an error, right? Obviously, this person was trading crypto on PayPal, and PayPal flagged this account for just trading too much, basically. Like if you have like a huge volume, a suspicious volume, they can flag your account and exit you as a client. And this is true for any traditional banking institution. So even if you're like on HSBC, I've had friends that worked in HSBC compliance, and they're pretty much like, yeah, if your account exhibits some weird trade activity, they'll flag the account. They'll just like the system will flag, and it's automated process too. The system will flag it, and then yeah, the team will be in charge of exiting you, right? Like just kicking you out of the bank, or PayPal in this case, just kicking you out and suspending your account. So I feel for you. I feel for you. But at the same time, I'm like, this is the stupidest shit, right? Like, don't waste your time, buddy. Like, you're gonna call 10 people, they're not gonna realize what's happening. Like, hopefully someone reads this in PayPal. But at the core, at the end of the day, why are you trading on PayPal? Like, come on. Come on, it's a great place to buy crypto, but not trade it. Like, there is no reason why you should be trading on PayPal. Like, no reason whatsoever. There are a million exchanges out there that are way better than PayPal in this cryptocurrency space. Like, take that crypto out, move it onto a ledger, Trezor, whatnot, if you have to, and then move that again when you need to trade it. Like, do not trade on PayPal. I cannot emphasize this more. Like, like it might be convenient. It might be convenient, but yo, like there are a million services. There are like a trillion million services that I can use other than PayPal. So yeah, no, don't bother that. Don't bother trading on PayPal. Right. All right, regulation. So this was the one with the tweet. Just reading if there's anything wrong. Like I'm not sure. Just in time for the dump. I think it could have been what pushed it over, but the real reason is because of the huge amount of longs we have in the space. Um, moon proposals. Oh, by the way, guys, if you guys haven't claimed the moon, claim moon. You get moon for posting on r/cryptocurrency. So I have like 10K, 11K moons right now, almost 12K. So if you post on here, you get free moons. So just a notice, just a notice. Guess they really like these moon things, right? That's pretty cool. Um, U.S. intelligence chief John Radcliffe has reported risen to the SEC over fear that China's dominance in digital currencies could put the U.S. at a disadvantage. No shit, Sherlock. Um, you know, like they're building out a system and an infrastructure because they know that, and they're like I said, they have active fear that they're going to be removed from the SWIFT system, right? So they have extra incentive to make better digital currency payments, and they're building something massive over there. So yeah, like if the US is wanting to regulate self custody wallets and crypto, I'm like, for sure, go ahead. But like you're just shooting yourself in the foot, so good luck. But yeah. Chicago Brew says PayPal is notorious for seizing, locking up people's funds, and for any reason they determine, it's the majority of their excuses are BS. It's more or less a scheme where they get their user funds for their gains, pretty much. Like Like, yeah, I totally agree, man. Like, so yes, okay, so PayPal for me, right? So I had this big fight with PayPal. Um, like it was nasty, right? It took like 6 months to clear. So that's what I'm just saying to this guy. Like, you do not know like what world of hurt you're gonna be in. Like 6 months to clear that problem with PayPal. Do I still use PayPal? Yes, when I absolutely have to, because some idiots, all right, want me to only pay in PayPal. They don't have any crypto options. Like every time I can use crypto to pay, I always use crypto. Like it's a no brainer for me. Like every single time, whatever service accepts, um, anything other than PayPal, it's great. And I think I've only used PayPal once in the past year, and I've complained the hell out of it. Like one of my friends wanted to send me to send him around what it was like $800 US, and that transaction costed us at least $80 in fees. Um, yeah, good luck. Like it was like crazy because I didn't have my bank account linked to PayPal, so I had to pay him with my credit card, and I was like, wow. Whew. Like, and that's why I don't use PayPal. But you're in a world of hurt, buddy. If like, eh, don't trade on PayPal, guys. Do not trade on PayPal. Like go test it out. But once you get into the system, you know what's a much better solution? The much better solution is Swissborg. All right, so there's an app for that. Swissborg pretty much means you can just directly bank transfer, buy it. And I talked to him recently, right? So, okay, so this is my account. I don't want to show you my current account balance. I'm not sure about how to hide it though. But you can trade, say Bitcoin, right? So I have some Bitcoin here on my Swissborg account. I'll show you guys more later. So you can buy BTC, and you can use your own local currency. You can use pretty much any currency you want, and you can just transfer direct fiat, right? You can do fiat to crypto. They have no fees. Like, there's a premium account that you can basically stake some of their token, and you have no fees. And that's what I have right now. Like, anyone who wants to get into crypto, there's two options I give them. Either if you're in Hong Kong, go to Genesis Block, right? Like, they handle cash, they handle anything, right? If you just want to buy like 5K worth of Bitcoin, or like even less, like say 5K Hong Kong, right? That's like $500. Probably like, yeah, a bit more, $600. But if you want to do cash, sure, go cash. If you want to open a bank account, if you're comfortable with that, go for that, right? But don't touch PayPal. Come on. Like PayPal, like not only are you gonna get banned, but they're gonna charge you up on fees. How are you gonna withdraw it, right? There's so many problems with that. Like, go test it out, sure. Like, I would encourage PayPal to do more. It's a way for people to enter, right? I'm not against PayPal building this. Come enter, come into the ecosystem, and then transfer to something useful, right? So yeah, so if you want to enter right now, if you want to get into it, Swissborg is the way. And the best part about Swissborg, really, honestly, I've talked to them. Okay, a lot of you guys, you probably registered, you probably heard about Swissborg on my channel. You make an account, and the first thing they ask you is your KYC. And I've talked to them about it. It's like, this is sus. This sucks, right? Like, asking people for KYC sucks. But it's legally compliant. It's based in literally Switzerland. So once that KYC goes into them, they keep their mouths shut, right? Like, that's their reputation, and that's absolutely true. The Swiss, they keep their mouths shut on all this stuff, right? They don't reveal your banking information. They don't reveal all that to the US government. They don't share all of that. Or if you're going for PayPal, everything gets shared, right? Everything gets shared with the US government. Like, why would you want to do that? Like, dude, guys, guys. Like, do it properly. Do it the Swiss way. Do it the Swiss way. Do it the Hong Kong way. Don't do it the American way. Sorry. Okay, my 2 cents. My rant. That is my rant. So Chicago Brews are, what the hell is Swissborg? Swissborg is a way to get. It's like Coinbase, right? But Coinbase is American. Swissborg is not. It's Swiss. Right, think of it that way. It's Swiss. They keep your accounts private. Makes sense, right? Yeah, that's my rant done. I trade using Binance. Napoleon chances. I trade using Binance. I've been going off Binance honestly for a while. You guys probably noticed. I've been moving more and more towards FTX. Um, so yeah, that's pretty much like almost 80% of my trades are on FTX now. It's kind of weird and wonderful at the same time. Reason being is because I kind of got hooked on FTX after there were a lot of options for farming. Like as a farmer, I actually needed to have positions, derivatives positions. Like say for example, I'm shameless on this one. Like when I was farming Tomo chain, I also shorted Tomo chain, so I had no net exposure to the asset. Like I was kind of farming, like earning like what was it? Like it's like 1,000%. It was like a ridiculous return on Tomo chain, right? So if you're earning 1,000%, you're earning roughly 3% a day. Great numbers, but I didn't want to get exposure to Tomo chain, so I shorted it on FTX, and that's kind of how I built more and more. I put more and more assets on FTX. Yeah, pretty much that. Like it's like the most powerful exchange now. So yeah, like converted. I'm a convert, no joke. Also, they're in Hong Kong, so that's pretty good. Um, why is market dumping? Why is market dumping? Why is market dumping? Okay, rewind. Rewind a little bit. All right, just watch the earlier video. So, the current hypothesis is that yes, it could have been a tweet. The tweet was just tweeted a few hours ago. It could have kind of pushed the prices of crypto down a little tiny bit, which caused a cascading effect. The best way, if you guys don't understand what's happening with these cascading effects, look at the video I posted out yesterday. So that was a great way of watching. It's like it was a setup for it. One thing you want to also watch out for is also for funding rates. This is something yet again, like the video this week, right, will help you understand what's going on. All right. So funding rates are a very big number to watch for because funding rates tell you what proportions, like how many longs are there relative to shorts, right? So if longs pay shorts, it's positive. So if this number is positive, there are more longs and shorts in the derivatives markets. And if this number grows to a huge number, if funding rates are like 0.1% or like 1%, I've seen that there sometimes, that means everyone is bullish, right? Everyone is bullish, everyone's buying these huge long positions, and then it could be a chance of a trigger down. So that's my 2 cents. Stop losses getting triggered. So yeah, so it's a combination of stop losses and more importantly, leverage side. Like um, the reason why leverage matters so much is because if you can 100x your trade, that also means 100x the volume, right? So that's why it has a huge effect on this market, like derivatives trading, and there are bots that arbitrage between the spot market and the leverage market, right? So the leverage market becomes a huge kind of driving motivator for these huge spikes in price up and price down. That's kind of what's happening. So rug pull rug over bot. Previous videos, prophetic, prophecy. Do not do this. I hope this video helped, man. I was like when I made this video, I was like, you know what, like I need to warn people. I need to warn people. So it's a situation where way too many people are taking up like overly aggressive positions, and we're kind of just waiting for this. So good news is that this crash did not take us to zero. So yet again, it's a situation where it could have been much worse. It could have been much worse. Where liquidated. Let's see what else is being liquidated right now. It's kind of seeing what the wrecked account wrecked. I think there's another wrecked account, right? Let's see, wrecked. Do we have a lot of data? Anyways, whatever. Well, it's sad to watch people getting wrecked, but it also explains a lot of what's happening on the market. Satoshi Nakamoto's gonna rug pull. That's kind of funny, right? If Satoshi rug pulls, that would be crazy. That would be absolutely insane, right? If you think about it, like Satoshi is rumored to hold 1 million Bitcoin, not $1 million of Bitcoin, 1 million Bitcoin. That's kind of crazy. I don't know. When will the bull run end? I think, like, honestly though, like talking to people, I actually kind of feel like we're at the beginning of the bull run, to be honest. Like recently, like I've noticed a lot more people asking me about Bitcoin, especially right now in Hong Kong. We're seeing a lot more volume, a vast round of like exchanges and OTCs here as well. It's a lot of activity. We're reaching all-time highs for trading volume. There's a lot of interest in this. So I don't think we're going this run. I don't think we're going anywhere. I think I'm super bullish on this run. I haven't actually started my DCA sell out yet, so I'm like holding. So don't catch a falling knife. McDonald's is higher. McDonald's. Hey guys, it's it's Moon or McDonald's, right? I love these memes. I love these memes. Ocean wrecked. All right. So that being said, of course, yes, I would say like the take home for looking at Reddit is obviously do not use PayPal as a place to trade. Absolutely, do not touch that. Like, yeah, it's just like it's common sense, guys. Like, don't use PayPal for anything important. Just like yeah, half a year of after half a year of fighting with them, and I heard so many businesses do that too. It's ridiculous. Second of all, obviously, Ledger. So if you guys want to actually hold your own crypto like safely, Ledger, Trezor, way to go. Ledger has a sale right now for 40% off the Ledger Nano X, so it's yeah quite a lot cheaper actually. So check that out right now. So in Hong Kong dollars, it'll be like right now it's 1,999. So that's Hong Kong dollars. I think it's right now in US dollars. That would be like what HKD to USD. 1 for 1. Like I kind of trade in USD now. Like after seeing all this USDT, my mind is always trading USD. So a lot of people kind of ask me like, what's the point of buying one of these wallets? And the reason why is because if you want safety, all right, this is the one way to do it. And I've been a big proponent of taking crypto off exchanges, and that's what I've done also. Like if I need to trade, my crypto is on exchanges, but when I'm done trading, I take it off into a ledger, and yeah, it's kind of important. I've had so many people email me. Like this is honestly true, and this is why I'm so comfortable. Like you see me, I don't really show a lot, and I'm very comfortable pushing this because dude, security can never be underestimated. Like being a victim of Mt. Gox, like the one of the biggest exchange catastrophes in the whole of crypto. Yeah, you don't want that. Also, okay. Also, we need to do a redraw actually. So I just remembered. So last time we did a draw for the King box mining card, right? So this is with one of the coolest NFT cards out there. I'm being very narcissistic because it's a box mining card with a king on it. But this card was drawn and we had a lucky draw. So I'll give you guys an update on what's happening. So first of all, these are the winners last time that we drew from the retweet picker. And we sent out, so anyone who messaged me via DM and sent me your Ethereum address, I've already sent that to the DuckDAO guys who are organizing this. So they will send out the Stratos cards. But that also leaves the King Box mining card. Unfortunately, the King Box mining card, when we drew it, it was won by a bot. Basically, the bot did not follow the rules, and yeah, it's very clearly that this is not a human person. It's not a human crypto person doing this. So we're gonna we talked with the guys at DuckDAO, the organizers, and we disqualified the king. So we're gonna do a redraw for the king box mining card. So we're gonna do that now. The way it is that we're gonna draw the winner, and then we're gonna look we're gonna analyze if the guy did the retweet, if this is a real person or not, and then we will issue the card. So it's completely transparent. It was just a case where yeah, it's good catch. It was just this person unfortunately was not a real person, so to speak. So anyways, we'll do a retweet picker. So I kind of like the Heroku one, just for fun. So let's get that one done. Winner duck dinner. Let's see. Okay, so this is the tweet. Okay, copy link address. I hope you guys win, guys. I hope you guys win. So we're gonna put that there. We're gonna get some drum rolls, please. I'm tapping my table, but tell me if you guys hear that. Drum rolls, please. Drum rolls. Boom, 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 boom. Submit. And the winner duck dinner is Blue Z S08. All right, congratulations for the box mining king card. There you go. You've hurt the bot's feelings. I'm sorry, bot. So yeah, this is a new winner for the box mining king card. Congratulations. Well, I'm gonna send that to the DuckDAO guys. We're gonna make sure that this person tweeted as well, and if not, then we'll do another draw tomorrow. But congratulations if you're real, and if you're in this chat right now, congratulations, like big congratulations, to you. So box, let's see. Box mining. Let me actually double check this is not a bot. Let me just check. I'm curious. But at the same time, I don't want to check. I don't want to draw any conclusions early. So let me just check. All right. So far, so good. This guy's got this guy's been sending tweets out. Yep. So far, so good. So we'll get this guy does definitely participates in a lot of tweets, doesn't he? Is he a bot? Okay, he's been posting some real stuff. Okay, we'll look at it. We'll get the guys to look at it. But so far, looking okay. All right. So, um, Arif Akhtar says only buy hardware wallets from manufacturers' websites directly. A lot of people got scammed by buying from resellers. Absolutely, guys. Like I only order from like the official website. Like even though it'll take time, like do not order elsewhere. Like I've read like millions of like freaking comments on Twitter and where people buy a resold version of these and like they were like pre-installed with a backdoor or some shit like that. Like buy only from official. Just buy from official. On that note as well, so if you ever buy from reseller and you're worried that it's been tampered with, there's actually a check, like ledger of this, like the ledger one, they'll actually check if your device is genuine. Like they'll actually, this is the best advice. Like if you ever buy from a reseller and you're a little bit worried, like you shouldn't be buying from a reseller first of all. But if you are worried, right, double check with this what's in there, and also if it comes with say, oh, here's 10 words to add into your ledger and import a wallet, that is fake. Never import a new keyword. Every time you have a ledger, always let the ledger generate the key for you. Never import something into it that you used elsewhere. Otherwise, you don't have the protection of a hardware wallet. The whole point of having a hardware wallet is so that the key is generated inside the device and it never leaves the device, right? This is core. It's like, it's core. Napoleon Chan says, hey Box, what do you think of Exodus? So I actually really like Exodus. It's a very clean interface. It's one of the wallets I used to use prior to getting a hardware wallet. But after using like it was kind of the stage which after getting the hardware wallet, I transitioned everything over. So I literally sent the coins from my Exodus to my ledger. You never want to import the Exodus key into your ledger. Okay, that's important. But I think Ledger has a very clean interface. If you're handling anything under 1,000, I kind of typically say this: if it's under $1,000, just go use a Ledger. Go use Exodus. Why not, right? Like you're still testing it out. But anything for over like 1,000, once you get into 1,000 to 5,000, then anything over that, like you want security. You don't want like some asshat hacking your like your PC or your Mac or whatnot, and then for them to steal the private keys and then steal your crypto. You never want that situation, especially like if you know anything about security, you'll know that Intel processors and even AMD processors are just filled and riddled with bugs. And anytime you browse a website, they can exploit those bugs, and it's gonna cause mayhem. Um, it just like computing world sucks. All right, that's just the way it is. Like these processors, uh, yeah. Anyways, that's pretty much it. On a way and on the security and shout out side as well, I just want to give a big shout out to Hacken. I've been talking to Hacken a lot recently, and what they're doing is they're adding a new way for people to get verified. So this is a new product which uses the high token, and it allows businesses to get evaluated for security. I cannot stress this enough, honestly. Like, um, you know, Like being in crypto, we actually really understand why security is important because I get people messaging me and telling me, yo, I got hacked. So this is a way for people to directly use the product, the hacking product, to make sure that their websites and the businesses are secure. So big shout outs to Dima. Big shout outs to making this space a lot more secure. It's vital. Anyways, beyond that, of course, let's see. I also want to just give a shout out tomorrow. So tomorrow we're gonna have the same live stream time as usual, but we're gonna do an interview during that time slot. So it's just like the reason kind of why all this time shift was just because of a scheduling issue. So I'm gonna pop this here. So tomorrow's live stream will be with Kira Network. So this is a project that I've invested in early, and the reason why is because they're doing some crazy stuff, the crazy tech stuff. So we're going to talk and explore that early on. It was actually pretty impressive. I talked to their CTO, this guy over here. I can't pronounce his name for it's Matthews Grezelic. Matthias. Sorry, I'm a name butcher. You guys know that. So I've talked to him. He's super smart. Just talking about scaling, about taking cross chain. It's it's gonna be a great, guy. So tomorrow we're gonna have that talk. And yes, of course, full disclosure, I did invest in Kira Core and Kira Network actually, and they're actually hosting a sale at this current point in time as well. There was a good question I just saw from Napoleon Chan. What do you think of SafePal? Um, Specifically, SafePal, I don't have any thoughts on that yet. Let me see. SafePal. Oh, actually, wait. SafePal is a crypto wallet. Uh, I guess it's cool. I should get one, huh? The only thing that the redeeming factor here is Binance. Oh, it's backed by Binance, invested by Binance. Great. It actually looks cooler than a ledger. But here's the deal. Here's the deal. I've got a million guys sending me wallets. All right. A lot of people sending me hardware wallets, and a lot of people telling me, "Yo, if you can, show my wallet, hardware wallet, you can make a deal." Blah blah blah. Um, I've always stuck with Ledger primarily because it's been time tested. Pretty much everyone I know uses a ledger. Let's be honest there. I saw like Kobo wallet last year, and then like they were like trying to push like these custom box mining built like wallets or something like that for me to push. And I'm like, no, who knows about the security, right? Who knows if you are as secure as you say you are? So I've been a little bit more classic. I've been more like, Ledger, Trezor. These are the two OGs. People use them all the time. Even the Bitcoin OGs I know use them. Yeah, it's been time tested. The only other one that I actually said was pretty interesting to look at was the fully air gapped one. That was the temporarily forgot the name. Crypto wallet. Yeah, seriously forgot the name. They did a Kickstarter. Sorry guys, I'm not valid. No. Zero. Yes, the Zero wallet. That was the only wallet that I took a look at because they were fully offline. So they don't even connect to anything. It's like it's like super crazy. I actually ordered one off retail, so hopefully I'll get it when they manufacture it. But that's like the only three wallets I really actually trust and care to use. Like everything else is like, just be careful. Just be careful. Um, yeah, and it's a battle. I mean, like, I would say in terms of popularity, okay, from this channel, from the statistics that I see, right? Almost 95% of people buy the Ledger over the Trezor. Trezor is really great for maximalists. There's actually a Trezor update for the Trezor T where you can only use Bitcoin. It's great for Bitcoin maximalists. I think they catered for that. But in terms of cryptocurrency support, I'll tell you one gripe I have about this. So I was using this with Binance Smart Chain, and the newest firmware on Trezor doesn't work with Binance Smart Chain. And I had to find out the hardware. Like for some reason, right? I don't know why. I was like testing both of these, the Trezor and the Ledger, and this one works for Binance Smart Chain. with MetaMask, right? And this one does not. But you can downgrade the firmware so it does. So that's what I did. I went through like figuring out what the problem was. I downloaded the older firmware and it works. So, anyways, if that's very telling, I don't know. That was my recent gripe. Recent gripe about it. Very very recent gripe. So panic sold. We got that damn that Mex that damn Mexican says he panic sold at 1828. That's not bad. I mean, we're kind of recovering to a point. It's kind of crazy, right? If you actually look at it, when we're making the video, when the mid video was we're talking about it like at 11:30, it dipped right to 17K, and now we're all the way back up for the price of Bitcoin at least. So yeah, that dip 100% caused by cascading either limit orders or liquidations happening on leverage exchanges. Like that's a clear sign, like clear dip. Similar situation, Ethereum hasn't recovered as much as Bitcoin has. So yeah, ETH took a nosedive, right? So in these two candles, they took a giant nosedive. In fact, this one candle was the biggest, and obviously it was a chain of liquidations. And now we're kind of recovering, but it's not as crazy. So that's kind of what's happening. Everyone's like stops being triggered. Stops being triggered and mass amounts of liquidations happening. So that's pretty much the story of why it's going down. Like that's chain reaction. And guys, if you guys feel like you missed something, just watch yesterday's video. It's like just connect one and one together. It's very clear that it's a chain of liquidations causing this market to go down. And in fact, like all the videos this week, right? Just watch these. Like this, it's kind of crazy. Just connect these dots, right? Watch the Sam Bankman-Fried video. Watch this video about don't do this in crypto, and then watch this video. It's exactly what we were talking about people shouldn't do, and people did it, and then we had the chain of like liquidations happening. So pretty much that's happening here. It's Leo says, did you guys mention XRP? And it's kind of funny too. I mean, I think the XRP's shows are going to take it to the next level. XRP is kind of interesting, right? Because everyone's looking at Flare right now. I think like for some reason, like all my friends are converted to like Flare fans. So XRP Flare. It's actually quite interesting. It's relatively interesting. So XRP surged like crazy, right? Because of this new airdrop that's happening. Um, Sorry, Jihan. Okay, I'm gonna read this. The impending airdrop is supercharging the XRP bull market and whipping mindshare of one of the largest crypto communities into a frenzy, says Jihan Chu, the managing partner of Hong Kong-based blockchain investment firm Kinetic Capital. Why I joke about this was because last time well, 2 years ago, I saw Jihan at a conference, and he was like, "We should invest, but we shouldn't invest our money. We should invest our time." Like kinetic time. I don't know. But anyways, you're a capital firm. Your whole purpose is to invest capital, right? But anyways, he's kind of explaining the XRP market, and that kind of locks down what's happening there. Sorry, I'm kind of the douche today. But anyway, so XRP airdrop's coming. That's why the surge is happening. Everyone's excited. What is this Flare thing? It allows developers to execute smart contracts on Ripple, right? So that's kind of the gimmick that they're pushing out. So it basically integrates Ethereum's virtual machine, allowing existing Ethereum decentralized applications to be ported over to Flare and the XRP ecosystem. Interesting. It might do well, it might not do well. In terms of use case, I feel like what we learned from this bull run with ETH bull run is that no matter what, people are gonna want to stick with ETH. It's kind of the craziest thing. We saw Binance Smart Chain. It's taking some traction, but the whole um the whole network effect is a much bigger effect than a lot of people think. So, I'm not trying to be an ETH maximalist here, but I'm just kind of like pointing out the facts. Like during The DeFi bull run, yes, Ethereum clogged up like no one's business. It was unaffordable for most people to send, receive transactions. It was essentially broken. But the ecosystem still remained, right? People still kept with ETH. And one of the biggest reasons is because of the huge network effect of two things: lots of developers on the platforms are constantly pushing out new products, and also a lot of speculators on the product on ETH. And this is why ETH is not going anywhere. With ETH pushing to 600 previously and now dropping a little bit down, but still it's strong, right? It's still 500. I mean, I think a lot of people, I'm not sure who bought the top, but we've been talking about ETH since 100, right? And anyone following this channel, oh wow, my video just cut off. But anyone following this channel, let me just, this is happening recently. Let me change your battery. I'm wondering if it's a battery issue or whatnot, but I just changed the battery, so that should pop back up. But yeah, like I'm just saying, like anyone following ETH, ETH community is like loaded right now. There's no reason for projects to not be exposed to ETH speculators. So my 2 cents on that. My 2 cents. All right. So I'm a flappy coin maximalist. ETH is not money, sir. Money is ETH. That's a good comment from SD. Anyways, guys, I think that's pretty much wrapping up today's stream. We're gonna watch it and see where it's gonna go. Tomorrow, stay tuned. Come online for the talk with the guys at Kira Core. So that's gonna be a lot of fun, lots of good questions, and a lot of good insight into DeFi as well. So if you guys are remotely interested in DeFi like we are, do check out tomorrow's live stream as well. And also, guys, if you guys want to get a ledger, get a ledger. Why not? That's cool. And let's see if there's any other shout outs I need to make. Coin Telegraph. Just a quick glance at quick Coin Telegraph. Yeah, this made the news. That was a Reddit post we're talking about PayPal being stupid, but why are people trading on PayPal? Bitcoin faces resistance zone. DeFi indices are not diversified as you think. Not important. Facebook Libra hires formal OCC prosecutor and central bank expert. Yeah, not too much going on. I think it's just like it's trading. It's trading, and anyone who's in trading saw that coming from a mile away. So, like yet again, if you guys didn't know what happened to the market, just watch these videos. You'll figure it out. Yeah, it's very very powerful chain series of reactions. And with that, how much drop is there going to be? Says Ali 2K4. I would say, to be honest, like the major drop is over. Like the main hunting for liquidations seems to be over. So now we're kind of at the stage where we're trying to figure out, okay, where should we be at? And that's kind of the situation right now. So yeah, is base protocol a shitcoin? Oh, that's a hard question to answer. Watch my talk. Watch my talk. It was a good talk. Did a good interview with it. Like, all right, not to pat myself on the back, but it offers both sides of the argument, and that was fun. That was fun. So yeah, if you're interested in base protocol, check it out. I think there's a lot of people who like this kind of rebasing coin, and I think it has a purpose. But does it really deliver the objective? Maybe not. But does it? It's like it goes back to this situation of like, do you want to be right or do you want to make money, right? And it's one of those situations where base could be a very powerful for some people if people believe in it. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see. But I was great at playing the devil's advocate there. Got trust swap, trust swap, trust swap. Talk about, you know what? I just actually had a talk with concerning trust swap. I had a talk right before this chat today, right? Live stream with Jeff Kardakis of Trust Swap. Dude, they're doing so much crazy stuff right now. So they just had a pullback. I mean, they had an insane rally for the past few days until Wednesday. Basically, shot up to around 60 cents. They have a pullback right now, but man, like I spoke to him, and he's just building like crazy amounts. And I think that's the speed at which DeFi needs to move at. I think like in terms of trust swap, in terms of the services and the core tech is great, but what's even better was the launchpad, right? The launchpad and the ability to get into new projects and get them to use trust swap, that was like a home run hit. So, anyways, like I was pretty happy and it was great to be on the advisor board of that as well. So, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching today. Education is king, absolutely. Um, Nash is actually pretty good. I think like they're doing a lot. Like, yeah, why not? I've also been building up my list. Like, a lot of people are asking me, like, what shit coins do I have? What altcoins do I have? Yeah, I've been building up that list. It's pretty huge. I think I'll give you guys a sneak peek here. It's crazy. I'm trying to figure out like what's the best way to present it. But anyway, that's a sneak peek of all the coins I own. More coming and more organization of how to present that also coming too. So, anyways, lots of stuff being built on. I'm really appreciate that you guys watched today's episode. Not very happy that Bitcoin dumped so much in today's stream, but we got to watch it and hopefully help answer a lot of questions for you guys here. And if you guys missed anything, just watch the rewind and see what's going on. And with that, guys, thank you guys so much for watching today's episode. See you next stream. Tomorrow's stream gonna be on there. Smash up those likes as well. See you guys next time. I'd like to take the time now to tell you a little bit about everything that's happening in the box mining ecosystem. First and foremost, if you guys like listening to all that's happening in crypto on the go, then I would highly recommend you checking out the Box Mining Bitcoin Out of the Box podcast. And the reason why it's called Bitcoin Out of the Box is because we have long interview segments very much exploring the detail of the newest and latest of what's going on in this whole cryptocurrency space. Whole idea of it is to bridge that gap between knowledge privileged institutional investors and the rest of us here in this space. Now, with the podcast, it's on everything. So it's on Apple Podcasts, it's on Google Podcasts, it's on Spotify. Just search it anywhere, Bitcoin Out of the Box. So just add that onto a playlist and then just follow the new episodes when it's released. Next up, we also have the Box Mining newsletter. So this happens roughly bi-weekly. We give you an update of the latest that's going on in a very summarized, condensed format. So this is perfect for anyone that wants an overview of the market. Say, for example, what's happening with OKX, the biggest event, or maybe the little things like what's happening with different coins and overall the trend. So what I use the newsletter for personally myself is to understand what kind of phase we're in crypto, to kind of get in tune. So if you don't read crypto every day, the newsletter is perfect for you. Last but not least, in the link down below, if you're a Telegram user, we have the Box Mining announcements channel. So this is to announce to you basically what's the latest videos coming up, but also we have a daily update, a community-driven daily update to provide you an idea of the latest updates on the day. And a lot of people have been using that to get informed of the crazy amounts of trends that we see. And I have to give a big thank you for Claudio, our community member, for doing this. It's just been phenomenal. Definitely want to give you a shout out there, Claudio, as well for that. And taking us to the end of the live stream, so make sure, number one, you click like and subscribe on this video because it really does help this channel. And then, of course, check out the podcast. It's one of the best ways to know a little bit more, to extend that knowledge, especially in your spare time. And then, of course, check out the newsletter. If you're, if you want those updates and summaries and trends, newsletter is the place for you. And with that, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you have a good one. See you in the next video.